Good morning, this is your Stat Sensei, Mr. Spensei, and this is an exit ticket on residuals, and the topic is making it rain. So, the computer printout and the data table to answer the following questions about income based on educational level show the work. So, first off, we have this income table, and we'll go ahead and read this thing. A study was done to determine whether or not there exists a relationship between the education level attained and income level. The data for median income levels are associated with years of experience after kindergarten is provided in the table below, along with a computer printout of the regression level. So we know that these are our two variables. We don't know which one is X, but we find constant. We go, oh, educational level is X. All right. Um, and which is given by the years of school. And then annual income is our Y. So this is our Y, and um, and that's our X. So we're going to drop this into L2 right here, and this will be in L1, L1, and L2. So I have already done that. If I go to stat edit, you can see, okay, he input all the information, kind of boring, but there it is. Then I went stat test, linear regression t-test, alpha trace, press enter. And once again, I got my, um, here's my slope, or here's my y-intercept at negative 52,654. Here's my slope. There's my standard error of my slope. I have my t statistic of 11.06, a p-value of approximately 0, degrees of freedom, correlation coefficient of 95.32%. So you can see that the calculator gave me everything there. All right, so what did they ask me for? What was the observed median income for those with a professional degree? All right, so professional degree, the median income. Well, it looks like the median income was $114,712, and we just recorded that right there. It came straight off the table. And it says, based on the years of schooling and the model for those with professional degrees, what's the expected median income? Well, at that point, I need to write my equation. And my equation is basically going to be y hat equals negative 52,654.33 plus 8094.67 parentheses x. All right. Now for that x, we're going to need to plug in the years of experience, which is 19. So let's go ahead and do that. So negative 52,654.33 plus 8094.67 parenthesis, and then we're plugging in 19 years of experience because that's what the professional degree had. And we end up getting $101,144.40. This should be a comma. All right. $101,144.40. And all we did was plug in X of 19. Okay. And that's from the 19 years. So then it asks us to calculate the residual. What is the residual for those with a professional degree? Well, originally we'd already run this. We'd already gone stat test, linear regression t-test. And I have that, and I can go to stat edit, and I can go ahead and create my residuals by pressing blue stat and then choosing number 7. And I have my residuals. And so when I look at the professional, that's 19 years. That's 13,568. So from the calculator, without doing it by hand, we're expecting it to be about 13,568. Now there's going to be some rounding differences, but let's see what happens when we do it by hand. First off, we have to remember residual equals actual minus predicted, or the way I like to think of it is residuals equal observed minus expected. Both of those are actually correct. We know that this right here is our expected slash predicted, 101,000 is, and we know that this was the actual slash the observed. So all I need to do is say, hey, you know what? That's my observed 114,712 minus that value. So when I do that, 114,712 minus 101,000. So this value minus this one equals $13,567.60. If it rounds up to 13,568, which is exactly what the calculator told me I would get. All right. I appreciate you watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you.